Question number 5. I've seen one of these for a while, actually. That's a good question. So we've got a diagram below. It shows a cubic function. So we've got a stationary point here, stationary point here. On the diagram, sketch the derivative of this graph. Sketch the derivative, okay. I think I'm just going to do this right below this one. Make the space work. Just so it all ties in. So, let's get my axes drawn. As best I can. Okay. So this becomes x, and the y is dy by dx, isn't it, if we're doing the derivative? Yeah, so let's have a think. My graph, so derivatives are all about the rate of change, the gradient. So if I'm looking at this graph, I've got a positive gradient, don't I? Because remember, this is a positive gradient, and this would be a negative gradient. So I'm positive, 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 fantastic, until I get to my stationary point where the gradient is 0. And then it's negative, 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 until I get to my stationary point where it would be 0, probably 0 up there actually. And then I'm back to positive, 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 positive. Good stuff, okay. So I can take from that then, I draw a line down here, that where I've got a stationary point, I'm going to have a root on this. Yeah, that's negative 2, because along here, dy by dx is 0. And same along here. So I'll draw this down. There's 4. That will be my stationary point. And then if I break this up into the quadrants, okay, what I'm saying is I'm going to have a positive answer in here. So it has to be, my graph is going to have to be in this section of my quadrant, yeah. Because I can't go into here, because that's negative, yeah, all negatives in there. And then I'm going to have a negative, so these are all the negative values between here and here. So it's going to have to be in here. It can't be up here. No, 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 no. And on the last bit, it's going to be positive. So again, it's going to have to be in this section, and it would not be in this section because that would be negative. And from that, you're kind of drawing up a line of best fit. So if this is a cubic, the derivative of a cubic is going to give me a parabola. You know, I'm a power 2 quadratic. So I know I'm going to have something that looks a bit like this. Okay, I'm going to have a nice parabola. It's just an awful parabola. I'm going to try and draw it again, sorry. It's really hard on this electronic pad. I don't know why I'm struggling so much, but I am. See, look at that. It's so hard to aim. Oh, no. Close. Yeah, it's doing something like this. There we go. That's marginally better. And that's your derivative. So the key point to remember here is the roots are the stationary points. And then you're just thinking, well, what is my dy by dx? Is it positive or negative? So where it's positive, you're going to have to be in the positive part of the graph. I may actually rub out the red bits. I don't know if that's making it more confusing. Yeah, making it a bit more confusing, I think, isn't it? So you've got positive answers, negative answers, positive answers, just like we had up here. Okay. So nice little question for 2 marks. Doesn't come up a huge amount. I'm not seeing that loads, but there we go.